Good day, viewers. My name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. How have we been? As for we over here, we've been doing perfectly fine. Yes, without wasting much of the time, I stumbled over a story on Yahaya Bello of Kogi State, the outgoing governor of Kogi State, and how he laundered billions of naira. This is just one incident of how he laundered billions of naira through his family members. I sought to check for how transparent he may be because he has been boasting over time of the transparency of the Kogi State government. I checked his records, I reconciled transactions, and I noticed that Yahaya Bello has actually been using his family members to launder billions of naira from the Kogi State Treasury. Whooping billions of naira from the Kogi State Treasury. So, I checked and I even noticed that some of the anti-graft agencies have proofs and evidences of this. In fact, this particular expose is particulate on how Yahaya Bello used his family members. So we will be looking at the expose of how Yahaya Bello, the outgoing governor of Kogi State, allegedly used his relations and family to siphon billions of naira and thereby having his two nephews arrested, tried, and remanded in custody. This particular expose will expose lots of secrets in the Kogi State government and why he has been trying hard to make sure that somebody from the APC succeeds him after he exits office sometime or any moment from now. Alright, that is why he has been fighting tooth and nail for Chief Usman Ododo of the APC, who just won the elections, to quickly succeed him so his secrets will be closed up. One Aliyu Bello and Dauda Suleiman, two nephews of Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, used by the governor to siphon 10.2 billion naira from the state government account, are still in prison custody after failing to meet their bail conditions, according to what sources reported sometime. Initial reports only identified Aliyu Bello as the governor's nephew, but sources further told us that both Aliyu and Dauda, who were remanded in prison, were all Governor Bello's nephews. Aliyu and Dauda, alongside one Abdusalami Hudu, cashier of Kogi State House Administration, who was now at large at the time, were arrested and arraigned before one Justice James Kolawole Omotosho of the Federal High Court, sitting in Maitama, Abuja, by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) on 10 counts bordering on misappropriation and money laundering to the tune of 10.2 billion naira. Aliyu Bello and Dauda Suleiman are accused of fraudulently withdrawing a sum of 10.2 billion naira, that is in full 10,270,556,800 naira from the Kogi State Treasury, which they delivered to a Bureau de Change operator known as Rabiu Tafada in Abuja to keep or change to foreign currencies for personal gains. Justice James Omotosho admitted the defendants to bail in the sum of 1 billion naira each and two sureties, who are to provide a bond of 2 billion naira each and have a landed property valued at 500 million naira each. The title of the properties shall be registered with the Chief Registrar of the court. Each of the sureties and defendants is also required to submit their bank statements and passports to the Chief Registrar of the court. The court also ruled that the sureties must also produce affidavits of means and evidence of tax clearance for at least 3 years. However, sources told us that after that occurrence, the defendants were still at Kuje Correctional Center, where they were remanded by the court because they had yet to meet their bail conditions. Sources further gathered that when one of the governor's nephews, Aliyu, was arrested, Yahaya Bello, the governor, tried to bribe the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to release him, but some people within the EFCC were very adamant. According to the source, he said the Bello guy was arrested first out of his two nephews in custody. The other guy, Dauda Suleiman, is also Governor Bello's nephew. He is a musician. He is the son of Yahaya Bello's sister. He calls his company High Speed Music, which happens to be his record label. And he is known for spending like a billionaire, according to one other source in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. As you can see here, this is the logo of the company belonging to the alleged Dauda Suleiman, who is also a nephew of Yahaya Adoza Bello. This logo has a name inscription underneath known as High Speed Music, which goes further to depict that the company was a record label owned by the accused. According to one of the sources, Dauda, who allegedly owns the record label known as High Speed Music, once paid some people in the music industry in Nigeria 50 million naira in order to help facilitate a collaboration with music star Ayodeji Balogun, better known as Wizkid. Dauda was said to have been arrested when he took food to Aliyu, his other nephew, who was in detention, not knowing he was also on the EFCC's watch list. According to the source, the second guy, Dauda, who is also a musician, was arrested when he took food to Aliyu, not knowing he is also on the watch list. These were the verbatim words of the source. Over time, Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State came up to address the press in countless occasions. Few occasions by himself, few occasions with representatives. He further debunked the allegations by the EFCC and called it witch hunting of the Kogi State government. But over time, he finally gave justice time and allowed justice to take its course. But till date, nothing has been heard about these two cousins, Aliyu and Dauda, belonging to Governor Yahaya Adoza Bello of Kogi State. Neither has anything been heard about their prosecution or their indictment. This goes further to show how political the arrests in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission are at some point. Alright, that was the expose there. Well, Yahaya Bello has over time played smart with Nigerians, with security agencies, even with political opponents, alright? We know him as a smart man. Yes, but I would like to see how this case ends, because the most annoying part of it is that since after this occurrence, nothing has been heard on these two boys. We don't even know where they are. We don't know if they are in custody or not. We've not heard if they were prosecuted or not, if they were indicted. Nothing has been heard about them. If these boys can come out and launder up to 10 billion naira from the Kogi State Treasury, then why wouldn't they be able to launder other amounts of money? Because from what is happening here, it is evident that these two guys, Dauda and Aliyu, alleged nephews of Yahaya Bello, have laundered billions of money in the past. This is not just the first time, because for the other culprit known as Dauda, for him, he has been alleged to have been living a very lavishly influenced lifestyle, the lifestyle of a billionaire. So for him to be, living that large, to even go to the extent of trying to pay 50 million naira in order to facilitate a collabo with Wizkid, wow, that means he is really seeing billions. This 10 billion naira is just one, possibly, of many transactions that they have indulged in. And second point is, I would love to say with no equivocation here that these two boys cannot pull such an expensive stunt on the Kogi State Treasury. They are not even close allies. They are not even close family members. Like, they are not the children of Yahaya Bello. They are not his brothers, okay? They are his nephews. That means they are like a little bit far off, all right? But to have access to this particular, amount of money shows you that no state government can pull off this stunt without having the knowledge of the sitting governor or the signature of the sitting governor. All right, that means Yahaya Bello invariably knows about this particular operation before it took place. He must have approved it. But we will see where all of this ends. Yahaya Bello, I am coming for you this time around because you leaving office is just one of many nightmares that you will experience within the next few years, because people are also coming for you over time. Your political opponents will come for you on air, on paper, yes, legally, not otherwise though. So let's go to the next update. I'm going to Plateau State. Well, on a sad note, Governor Caleb Mutswang of Plateau State of the People's Democratic Party has been sacked by the Court of Appeal. This is crazy. This is sad. I warned him. I brought you updates a few days back about his pending sack and how Nuhu Ribadu had offered Nuhu Ribadu, Femi Gbajabiamila, and their cohorts had offered $5 million to the judge in charge or heading the Court of Appeal in this particular, this particular case, to wipe off and write off his petition. But I think that warning that was heeded to him or was given to him was taken as a joke, right? This should go further to serve as a hot and painful lesson to the People's Democratic Party. I have, talking in this video, the APC deputy gubernatorial candidate in the state. I'm talking about Mr. Pam Othman. Mr. Pam Othman has really come out to see how he feels about the final judgment of the court, which affirmed Mr. N10.2bn Yilwada as the new governor of Plateau State. But I think the case will still be appealed in the Supreme Court. But I would like you to watch this video so you would have a grip on what is happening in Plateau State.
My name is Pam Othman. I'm the deputy gubernatorial candidate for the All Progressive Congress, APC, the appellants in this case. We thank the honorable justices of the Court of Appeal for diligently looking into our appeal. And for those of you that were in there, you would see that the appeal was thoroughly addressed. We thank the victory. Like the chairman said, it is a victory for Plateau State. There is no victor, no vanquish. We appeal to the PDP to come and join hands with us so that we can move Plateau forward. Plateau belongs to all of us. There is no tribe, religion, or better creed than any other. We are all Plateau people. So we appeal to them on behalf of my principal, Dr. N10.2bn Yilwada. I congratulate Plateau people. Thank you very much.
You want to say something? Do you mind to say something?
Rufus Bature, the APC chairman, Plateau State. Please now, please. Please. Well, first of all, we want to appreciate God for His mercies. We have always envisaged that a day like this will come, and it has come. That which has happened has happened. Even for us Christians, disobedience of the Bible will not lead you to heaven. you must accept Christ as your personal Savior before you go into heaven. And so there are rules that guide our living on earth. And there is the Constitution. Punishment for disobedience is what has happened today. We have always remained calm for today, a day like this. We appreciate God. This is a victory for Plateau State. No victor, no vanquish. We appeal to our followers to remain calm, cool, and be magnanimous in victory. My prayer for them is that they should go back, sit at home, put their house in order, and we meet in 2027.
All right, I have said it and I will still say it again, that this should serve as a lesson to the People's Democratic Party in the states and at large, because this particular occurrence is aimed at depleting the number of PDP governors in Nigeria and in the north. Yes, in the north central and northwest. All right. So I don't know what the PDP should do about this, but they should do something very positive about this. Hence, they lose their grip on power forever. Yes. So next update. I had said lots on that update before the video, so I won't say more. Next update is that in Kanu. It's no longer news that Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of the New Nigerian People's Party, the governor of Kanu State, had been sacked by the Court of Appeal. Yes, that is no longer news, but reactions have trailed this particular, sack by the Court of Appeal. And one funny reaction I would like to bring to your screens right now is that of the National APC chairman, Abdullahi Umaru Ganduje, who is allegedly, or who was the former governor of Kanu State from the APC, and who has always wanted a successor from his party to be announced governor, which is likely the case right now. He has been in loggerheads with Konkoso, and I think this reaction would blow your mind. Please stay tuned.
We have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this very important judgment. We have to thank the judiciary for providing good administration of justice despite all distractions that took place since the beginning of these trials. We have to thank the judiciary. There's no doubt this is a victory for democracy. It's a victory for APC, and it's a victory for the people of Kano State. We are well aware this is an indication that democracy has come to stay in Nigeria. Democracy, we can say, is matured in Nigeria. We have to thank all those stakeholders, even the political parties, even the NMPP that took us to the appeal court. We have to thank them because they are part of the process of democracy. There's no doubt after election you get litigation, and the end result is always determined by the judiciary. For Kano State, this victory is for all of us. We are fully aware. We know what happened during the election. A lot of malpractices, and we took the issue to the tribunal. And by the grace of God, we got a fair judgment in favor of our great party, the APC. Now the government in power, the NMPP, decided to go to the Court of Appeal. And this morning, with powers of God, the Court of Appeal affirmed the judgment of the lower court. And by so doing, our gubernatorial candidate, Dr. Nasru Yusuf Gawuna, is the duly elected governor of Kano State. But we know probably they will go to the Supreme Court, which is part of democracy. There's nothing wrong for them to go to the Supreme Court. We too, we are ready to meet them at the Supreme Court. And inshallah, we'll win at the Supreme Court as well. But what we assure the people of Kano State, the good administration that we provided in my 8th year of administration was my deputy, Dr. Nasru Yusuf Gawuna, and now the governor-elect of Kano State will provide a similar, not even similar, I believe he will provide a better administration. More achievements will be recorded in Kano State because that is what we expect.
Can you see how happy Umaru Ganduje is talking about the judgment of the court and all that? Yes, he wouldn't say much because he wouldn't say anything bad because the judgment of the court is in their favor, all right? So I think the APC are doing their homework well. And if other parties are not careful, the APC will take over for a very long while, just like the PDP governed the Nigerian political system for a long while. I don't know what the PDP is doing, but the People's Democratic Party and other parties too should rise up because this is supposed to be a tussle. This is not supposed to be a one-horse race or one-party race all year long, all right, or all election season long, all right. This should serve as a deterrent to every other political party and its candidates and their National Working Committee and the executives to know how to plan, strategize, and take back any state that has been taken from you, because any particular government or governor that has been sacked from any party is a loss to that particular party. This should serve as a deterrent to the People's Democratic Party, most especially those in Plateau State. Thank you so much for staying this far. I hope you enjoyed our updates. Please like our videos, share them, watch till the end. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. Do what you do to support us, and we'll never back down from giving you the best. Please, if you haven't tapped the notification bell and the subscribe button, please do so that we'll get to, reach the objective and go where we're going to, get to our destination. See you next time. Bye.